A taste of island life, where you can kick off your shoes, leave work behind, and cocktails are provided at the snap of a finger. But island escapes aren't just about lazy beach days. They can also be full of adventure, water sports, wildlife watching, and age-old cultures you can trace back over thousands of years. So whether you're looking for that typical tropical beach escape or a trip to an exotic ecosystem untouched by tourism, there's an island out there calling your name. Here's a look at the most beautiful islands in the world. Number 50. Moorea. Located just a 30-minute catamaran ride away from Tahiti, Moorea boasts some of the most spectacular scenery in the Society Islands. The island's ancient volcano was blown in half by a cataclysmic explosion ages ago, earning the jagged stay. In comparison with its neighbor, the archipelago's second-largest island seems very remote and rural. Not to be missed here are megalithic temples, which are believed to be among the world's oldest freestanding structures. Dating to around 3600 BC, the massive megaliths are fascinating to explore, representing a very important part of human history. Number 48. Mount Desert Island. Home to the heralded Acadia National Park, Mount Desert Island provides the quintessential experience along Maine's illustrious coast. It's one of the biggest islands in the contiguous USA, providing exceptional hiking and, for early birds, an unbeatable sunrise. For adventurous souls, you'll find yourself hiking up Cadillac Mountain and to the head-scratching Bobble Rock. Afterwards, mingle with those who chose the R&R route in Bar Harbor. This famous town welcomes visitors the world over, providing kitschy shopping, world-class dining, and a beautiful place to toast a memorable day. Number 47. Tasmania. The island state of Tasmania may be isolated from the rest of the country, but it still remains one of the best places to visit in Australia. Almost half of its area is protected as the government looks to preserve the natural riches. With desolate wilderness and alpine plateaus interspersed with stunning white beaches, waterfalls, and forests, exploring its terrain is simply mesmerizing. Taking a boat trip along its craggy coast is equally rewarding, and you can even see dolphins, penguins, with dense jungle coating its interior and atmospheric old Mayan ruins dotted here and there. Rich reefs and marine life can be found just offshore, with snorkeling and scuba diving all being hugely popular pastimes. Number 43. Zakynthos. The third largest of the Ionian Islands, Zakynthos, also known as Zante, is well known for its beauty. Home to extraordinary beaches like the famous Shipwreck Beach and some spectacular Greek sunsets, Zante is a pure paradise all year long. Zakynthos' charm lies in the fact that it has something for all interests. A boat trip to view the blue caves on the northern tip of the island is a can't-miss activity. In the early morning, the blue color of the sea is reflected in the cave's overhanging arches. Number 42. Barbados. Barbados is a great choice for travelers on a budget, though the island has plenty of luxury destinations too. The island is also a great place to sample some of the best rum. Surfing, windsurfing, and days on the beach doing absolutely nothing are just some of the things the island has in store. You'll be spoiled for beaches on your trip, but Rockley Beach is definitely a must-see. Once you tire of the sands and the sea, head to Bridgetown and spend the day shopping and strolling through the downtown area, which is another of the Caribbean's UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Number 41. Koh Tao. Koh Tao is an island in the Gulf of Thailand, and it is accessible by high-speed ferry from the mainland city of Chumpon. For travelers who enjoy diving, the island of Koh Tao is the perfect vacation destination. Around 7,000 new divers get certified on Koh Tao each year, making it one of the most popular destinations in the world to learn to dive. Diving allows you to see bull sharks, underwater evolutionary sculptures at Ocean Utopia, and plenty of turtles, among many other marine species. Other popular activities include cycling and sailing around the beautiful island. Number 40. Key West. Part of the fun of Key West is the drive-in. But on arrival, you'll quickly leave that behind as you run around chasing sunsets, eye-catching architecture, and a vibe that is unlike anywhere else in the United States. In Key West, pastel-colored homes dot the island, providing a scene as colorful as the surrounding waters. Among the township, however, is plenty of history, including the Hemingway Home and Museum. After experiencing the local culture, with a few cocktails of course, make your way to the southernmost point in continental USA. Number 39. Madeira. Sporting the nickname Floating Garden of the Atlantic, Madeira is a fertile oasis in the Atlantic Ocean between Portugal and North Africa, popular for its lush green landscapes, flower gardens, and wines. Must-see places in Madeira include the Orchid Garden and the Laura Silva Forest, which harbors the world's largest concentration of laurel. The capital and largest city of Madeira is Funchal, home to historic churches and fortresses, as well as the tree-lined promenade, which presents spectacular ocean views. Number 38. Curacao. Known for its beautiful beaches and coral reefs, the island of Curacao really is a dream destination. Located not too far off the Venezuelan coast, it makes up part of the ABC Islands, with nearby Aruba and Bonaire lying to either side of it. As it was colonized by the Dutch, the tropical isle exhibits a mix of European and Caribbean cultural influences. Its capital, Willemstad, for instance, features building styles you'll find in the Netherlands, but painted in beautiful pastel shades. Snorkeling and scuba diving are both hugely popular pastimes due to the abundance of marine life and pristine coral gardens that surround it. Number 37. Raja Ampat Islands. An island cluster on the northwestern tip of Papua New Guinea, Raja Ampat is one of the most sensational diving destinations in Indonesia. Meaning Four Kings, Raja Ampat is made up of four major jungle-clad islands, surrounded by turquoise lagoons and palm-fringed beaches, along with thousands of smaller islands. The archipelago is celebrated for its rich marine life and underwater coral reefs. These islands are also home to spectacular beaches with shallow blue waters and fine white sand. Lagoons provide protection from the wind and a special place to relax in paradise. Number 36. Haida Gwaii. The Queen Charlotte Islands, more frequently known as Haida Gwaii, is an archipelago off the west coast of British Columbia. Nicknamed the Canadian Galapagos, the islands are lush with endemic wildlife and are home to the Haida First Nations. Ancient forests cover much of the land, while misty weather adds to the mysterious feel of these islands. More than 500 archaeological sites dot Haida Gwaii, preserving the rich heritage of the islands. Along the Queen Charlotte Highway, Sitka deer graze along the meadows as eagles soar across the skies. Number 35. Jamaica. Jamaica is a lively Caribbean island that is filled with music, great food, and beautiful beaches. Jamaicans have a thirst for fun, and that is reflected in the many street parties. Dancehall music is amongst the most popular tunes played in Jamaica, the Caribbean's third largest island. Lays on a tropical beach on the north shore of the island, where well-known spots like 7 Mile Beach are, or head into the Blue Mountains and get a taste of the jungle. If you're a reggae fan, you can't leave the island without going to the birthplace of the legendary Bob Marley. Make your way to the town of 9 Mile and go on a Bob Marley tour. Number 34. Maui. The second biggest island in Hawaii, Maui was formed from the merger of two huge volcanoes. The island caters to luxury seekers and honeymoon goers, but some of the most unforgettable parts of the island are definitely reserved for adventure lovers. However, it's away from that popular spot that you'll really discover Maui's true beauty. Its black sand beaches create a surreal experience. Looming always is the imperious Mount Haleakala, a place where you can experience one of Hawaii's best sunrises. Travelers can get even more remote by completing the 52-mile road to Hana. Number 33. Yasawa Islands. The Yasawa Islands are a breathtaking chain of volcanic islands in Fiji, known for their pristine beaches, turquoise lagoons, and dramatic landscapes. Scattered like jewels across the South Pacific, these islands offer a perfect balance of adventure and serenity. White sand beaches stretch into crystal clear waters, ideal for snorkeling with manta rays or simply relaxing under swaying palms. The volcanic peaks create stunning backdrops for hiking and exploring traditional Fijian villages, where warm hospitality and cultural traditions thrive. Remote yet welcoming, the Yasawas remain unspoiled and authentic, offering travelers a chance to experience paradise away from the crowds. Number 32. Corsica. Lying in the Mediterranean Sea southeast of France and just above Sardinia, the island of Corsica is awash with stunning scenery. Along with its incredible landscapes and wealth of historical sites, it is also blessed with a year-round sunny climate. Its rugged mountains lend themselves perfectly to hiking and climbing, while its scenic coastline is lined with brilliant beaches. The sparkling Mediterranean waters are ideal for windsurfing, sailing, or swimming. Due to the island's turbulent past, many of its cities are heavily fortified, so there are lots of cool castles and citadels to explore. Number 31. San Blas Islands, Panama. East of the Panama Canal, you'll find the San Blas Islands. This archipelago is made up of more than 300 islands and keys, although only 50 are inhabited. The primary residents of the San Blas Islands are the Kuna people, and they self-govern their archipelago. This makes the islands feel very different from the rest of Panama, right down to the language spoken in San Blas. On your visit, you can admire the colorful local dress and relax on scenic beaches. Island hopping tours are a great way to see some of the uninhabited and undeveloped islands within the archipelago. Number 30. Yakushima. Home to cedar trees over 1,000 years old, incredible turtle nesting sites, and beautiful beaches, it's clear why Yakushima Island is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It can be tough to choose between days spent hiking through the old-growth forest and exploring the beaches. The latter takes you by centuries-old cedar trees, then through monsoon-soaked forests that use the rain as a successful skincare routine, and where monstrous waterfalls await. Yakushima's golden beaches remain peaceful thanks to its remote location. Number 29. Faroe Islands. You'll need at least a week to explore all the captivating attractions the 18 volcanic Faroe Islands have to offer. Just a short flight from mainland Europe, the island country has been associated with the Kingdom of Denmark, but it is actually self-governed. What makes the archipelago so special is that it's incredibly underrated and untouristy. Did you know that you can see the northern lights here from November to February? Apart from its spectacular scenery of majestic valleys, remote villages, and jaw-dropping waterfalls, it's also a popular spot for nature enthusiasts seeking a glimpse of thousands of coastal birds, including cliff-top puffin colonies. Number 28. Easter Island. Tucked away in the southeastern Pacific, the Polynesian Easter Island is both remote and historically significant. The enormous moai statues are undeniably the top attraction here, lending an air of history and mystery to this faraway island. Over 800 human statues with oversized heads dot the island. They were created by the Rapa Nui many centuries ago, and each is believed to have taken at least a year to handcraft. But there's more to Easter Island than the moai statues. There are some excellent beaches, remote caves, and hiking and cycling routes too. Diving into the island culture with a traditional Rapa Nui dance show is truly memorable. Number 27. Cuba. Long shaped by communism, Castro, and the Cold War, Cuba is now an increasingly popular destination with a rapidly expanding tourism industry. Visitors to the largest island in the Caribbean Sea will find beautiful beaches, breathtaking natural tourist attractions, crumbling forts, and gorgeous colonial towns. With iconic streetscapes full of pastel-colored buildings and classic old Cadillacs, Cuba's capital of Havana is one of the most magical and atmospheric places on the island. The perfect trip to Cuba will include Havana, but it will also get off the beaten track and explore the incredible scenery and culture of the entire island. Number 26. Mauritius. While Mauritius certainly takes some getting used to, visitors invariably come away astounded at the incredible beaches, mountains, and waterfalls on show. Located over 1,000 kilometers to the east of Madagascar, its remote setting means it is home to some of the rarest plants and animals in the world. As such, trekking through its mountainous interior really is a treat, as flocks of brightly colored birds swirl above the tropical rainforest canopy. Tucked away among the dense foliage, you'll come across steep ravines, plunging gorges, and sparkling waterfalls. All in all, the volcanic landscape certainly makes for some of the most picture-perfect scenes imaginable. Lying alongside the inviting waters of the Indian Ocean are idyllic white sand beaches, and lots of fantastic scuba diving and snorkeling can be had offshore. Number 25. Perhentian Islands. Located off the coast of northeastern Malaysia, not far from the Thai border, the Perhentian Islands are the must-go place in Malaysia for budget travelers. The two main islands are Perhentian Besar, meaning Big Perhentian, and Perhentian Kecil, meaning Small Perhentian. They have some of Malaysia's most beautiful beaches and great diving with plenty of cheap accommodation. Visitors can also explore the tropical jungle that covers most of the island's terrain. Number 24. The Azores. The archipelago of the Azores is composed of 9 volcanic islands in the Atlantic Ocean, located about 930 miles west of Lisbon. Renowned for world-class whale watching, hot mineral springs, and quaint seaside towns, each island has its own fascinating identity. São Miguel is the largest island of the Azores and is known as the Green Island, while Pico is home to the highest mountain in Portugal. Number 23. Socotra. This small island, which is located approximately 250 miles from Yemen in the Arabian Sea, has a primeval appearance, thanks in part to the bizarre-looking dragon's blood trees that dot its landscape. These strange trees are shaped like inside-out umbrella, have spiky green leaves, and contain red sap. Some of the island's other plants, including the bulbous desert rose tree, are also very unusual looking and only add to the unworldly appearance of Socotra. The local Socotri people have their own culture and language. You can experience their warm hospitality while exploring this untouched paradise. Number 22. Jeju Island. A great part of traveling is going where the locals go. This particularly rings true in the case of Jeju Island. Off of the southern peninsula, Jeju is a popular escape for South Korean families. A beautiful mix of culture, geography, and of course, weather makes this spot great at any time of year. Travelers can enjoy a subtropical climate where waterfalls cut through dense green forests and trails lead to fields of tangerines and golden beaches. A highlight is Mount Hala. This 2,000-meter beast of a volcano is a presence wherever you are and is home to expressive stone statues. Number 21. Hvar. The Croatian island of Hvar can be found on the edge of the Adriatic. While it is certainly celebrated for its summer beach parties and glitzy nightlife scene, Hvar has so much more to offer than raves and hangovers. Take your time unpacking the history of the island with a visit to the port town of Stari Grad, the oldest in Croatia, and the Venetian-style fortress perched on a hilltop above Hvar town. Or explore the island's stunning natural scenery from secluded beaches and inland lilac lavender fields to undulating vineyards famous for their fine Croatian wines. Number 20. Zanzibar Island. Known as the Spice Island, Zanzibar was once one of the most prosperous trading centers in East Africa. It's the largest and most populated island of an archipelago that lies off the coast of Tanzania. It boasts some alluring temptations, from white sand beaches to ancient traditions. Take your time exploring the cobbled streets of Stone Town, where you'll find a heady mix of African, Arabic, Indian, and European influences. Booking a spice tour is a must. You'll be able to visit the local vanilla, lemongrass, and turmeric root plantations and get to smell and taste these famous spices for yourself. Number 19. Antigua. Beaches, beaches, beaches. Antigua Island has a lot of beaches, around 365 of them to be precise. Probably due to its landscape, the island is riddled with resorts. All-inclusive holidays are definitely easy to find in Antigua, whether you're looking for luxury or budget. Most of the resorts are along Dickinson Bay, Jolly Harbor, and Five Islands Peninsula. The West Coast is less of a beach destination, but it does have some great spots history lovers will enjoy. Explore Nelson's Dockyard National Park, the island's UNESCO World Heritage Site, or sip on piña coladas on the beach in Half Moon Bay. Number 18. Kodiak Island. Islands aren't always about blue seas and golden beaches. One such destination bucking the trend is Kodiak Island. Here you trade days sunbathing with epic hiking trails, offshore fishing, and seeing the island's spectacular peaks from above. Hiking trails can be done on foot or an ATV as you explore a wilderness home to red foxes and brown bears. But for a true perspective of this wild place, you need to fly up above. On your scenic flight, you'll properly appreciate the majestic Katmai Coast and the rugged Kodiak National Wildlife Refuge. Number 17. Whitsundays. Made up of a collection of 74 sun-soaked islands, the Whitsundays, nestled between the coast of Australia and the Great Barrier Reef, is something truly special. The ultimate destination for divers and wildlife enthusiasts, the archipelago is largely uninhabited. A plethora of wildlife species call them home, from dolphins, sea turtles, and saltwater crocodiles to kangaroos, whales, and wallabies. As with most islands of this caliber, the majority of the activities are water-based and include sailing, snorkeling, and scuba diving. That being said, hiking, exploring the sights of the tourist hub of Hamilton Island, and sunbathing on pearly beaches like Whitehaven Beach are just as popular. Number 16. Majorca. One of the most popular of Spain's Balearic Islands, Majorca is a celebrated beach escape that gets 300 days of sunshine every year. With quiet coves, limestone mountains, citrus orchards, and sleepy stone villages overlooking the Mediterranean, it's perfect for relaxing. But there's a lot more to Majorca than meets the eye. The island is also home to several Roman and Moorish ruins, as well as a pumping nightlife scene in the capital of Palma. For those interested in history and architecture, don't miss the Royal Palace with its glorious Moorish design and the Palma Cathedral with its enchanting Gothic facade. Number 15. Aitutaki. Aitutaki is a little slice of paradise in the Cook Islands, famous for its impossibly turquoise lagoon, soft white sand beaches, and laid-back island vibes. Often called one of the most beautiful lagoons in the world, it's dotted with tiny uninhabited islets that feel like your own private escape. Whether you're paddling a kayak, snorkeling with tropical fish, or cruising across crystal clear waters, every view looks like a postcard. The pace here is wonderfully slow. Think hammocks swaying under coconut palms and evenings filled with stunning sunsets. Number 14. St. Lucia. A tropical retreat in the Eastern Caribbean, the once colonial island of St. Lucia is about as scenic as it gets. Characterized by the iconic pitons, lush rainforests, cliff-top waterfalls, banana and pineapple plantations, and some of the most beautiful volcanic beaches, it is unapologetically photogenic. While many fly in to take advantage of the island's top-notch beach resorts and explore the quaint fishing villages, the melting pot capital of the Castries is also a popular cruise port. From sulfur springs and secluded bays to bustling markets and Caribbean dance parties, St. Lucia has a bit of everything. Number 13. Sri Lanka. An increasingly popular tourist destination, Sri Lanka is set in the Indian Ocean just off the south of India. While its fabulous beaches are one of its main attractions, the island has a rich history and culture for you to delve into. As its history dates back around 2,500 years, Sri Lanka has lots of impressive archaeological sites and historical landmarks to check out. Ranging from ancient temples to colonial-era forts, many of these can be found in the enthralling cities of Galle and Kandy. In addition to this, Sri Lanka also has some spectacular scenery and incredible wildlife for you to enjoy. Number 12. Capri. Located in the Bay of Naples, Capri is an island rich in mythology and history. Sirens were said to have lured sailors to their deaths here with their sultry songs. The Roman Emperor Tiberius lived here until his death in 37 AD. Villa Jovis, the emperor's imperial residence, is one of the island's most popular attractions. Capri's most famous natural attraction is the Blue Grotto, a waterfront cave that's accessible by boat when the tide is right. The sunlight pouring in from the entrance turns the water a glowing turquoise blue. and snorkeling among extraordinary marine life, or hire a longtail boat. The surrounding islets, like Monkey Beach, are worth a visit, home to a plethora of cheeky tree-swinging monkeys. Number 8. Lofoten. Lofoten is an island group that's famous for its dramatic natural attractions, from towering mountains to the deepest bays. Those in the know come here hoping to witness the mysterious northern lights and to hike one of the most popular climbing peaks in Norway. For those looking to get off the beaten track, this archipelago is a real treat, with opportunities for fishing, birdwatching, cycling, and sea kayaking in the summer, and skiing and trekking down the Aurora Borealis in the winter. Visiting these islands is unforgettable, as village life seems charmingly stuck in time. Even the sun shines until midnight for part of the year. Number 7. The Maldives. Located in the middle of the Indian Ocean, the idyllic Maldives archipelago is spellbindingly beautiful. Close to the equator, the Maldives has a warm and tropical climate that's perfect for lazy beach days all year round. This low-lying island group is celebrated for its high level of luxury and emphasis on the slow life. Perfect for honeymooners, the Maldives designer accommodation is out of this world. Take your pick of underwater villas, overwater villas, and everything in between. There's even an underwater restaurant for those looking to dine surrounded by schools of tropical fish. As relaxing is the key in the Maldives, you can spend your days sipping on cocktails and sunbathing, interspersed with a diving excursion to keep things interesting. Number 6. Palawan. Palawan is an island province in the westernmost part of the Philippines. The string of islands is a pure paradise, made up of enigmatic limestone caves and bays and bright turquoise inland lakes and lagoons. For those looking to explore offshore, Palawan is home to some unforgettable diving sites, such as the shipwrecks of Coron Bay that have transformed over the years into natural coral reefs. Every day in Palawan is magical. Go swimming in waterfalls, kayaking on secluded lagoons, and paddle boating to see luminous fireflies when the sun goes down. Number 5. The Seychelles. The Seychelles are one of those elite island destinations. Popular among the rich and famous, these 115 granite islands in the Indian Ocean are idyllic to say the least, encompassing a triumph of nature reserves, golden beaches, rainforests, and extraordinary coral reefs. It is a natural utopia. Each island has something special to offer. Mahe for a culturally rich experience, Ladigu for getting back to nature, Praslin for beach hopping, and Silhouette for sensational diving. In the Seychelles, you'll share the beaches with giant 100-year-old Aldabra tortoise and see protected bird species such as the rare Seychelles black parrot. Number 4. Iceland. From awe-inspiring glaciers to geothermal springs and active volcanoes, Iceland is a place where nature always takes center stage. Even in the nation's lively capital of Reykjavik, views of the city and nearby mountains steal the show. Isolated from the rest of Europe for centuries, this land of fire and ice has a unique cultural heritage of literature and music that you'll find captivating too. Illuminated by the northern lights in the winter and the midnight sun in the summer, Iceland shines in any season, offering you a travel experience unlike anywhere else on the planet. Number 3. Bali. Possibly one of the most popular islands on Earth, Bali is a yogi and surfer's playground, with regular retreats on the social calendar. While Bali as a whole has become much more commercialized in recent years, with everything from backpackers to top-rated villa hotels, there's still plenty of culture to be found here too. Bounded by forest-clad volcanoes, incredible beaches, and undulating rice paddies, you'll find Balinese temples, authentic villages, and tourist towns in the land of the gods. The Uluwatu Temple is the main highlight in Bali. Perched on the edge of a cliff, it is one of the best places on the island to catch the sunset. Number 2. Santorini. The volcanic island of Santorini is probably one of the most recognized islands on Earth. Characterized by its whitewashed and blue-domed Cycladic towns hugging the caldera cliffs above the edge of the Aegean, this Greek island is world-famous for its enviable sunsets. Stroll through the alleyways of Ia Town, wine and dine at the gourmet tavernas, relax on the volcanic beaches, or sail off into the sunset on a glamorous catamaran cruise. As it's one of Greece's most expensive islands, you'll undoubtedly rub shoulders with the rich and famous. For its views and Mediterranean climate alone, Santorini is something special. Number 1. Bora Bora. Beach bliss is the order of the day on the volcanic island of Bora Bora. While the enormous turquoise lagoon is the main attraction here, many flock to the island for its dazzlingly white beaches and ultra-luxurious resorts that include romantic overwater bungalows. If you're up to exploring, though, there's more to Bora Bora beyond the beach. Hike the slopes of Mount Paia for 360-degree bird's-eye views, snorkel the coral gardens at the isle's northern tip, and swim with sea creatures as part of a local conservation initiative. For those with a PADI license, scuba diving may provide electrifying close-up encounters with manta rays and blacktip and reef sharks.